Hello, Douglas. You're tuned in with Cool FM Live, and this is Douglas Now. This is the show where we highlight the people and the projects that are shaping our community. My name is Alejandro Gutierrez, and today we're going to be stepping inside one of the most unique and powerful art experiences you can find here in Douglas, the Last Supper Museum.
Hello, I am Eric Braverman. Everyone calls me EB, and prefer that. I'm the curator of the Last Supper Museum. So I take care of the collection and the displays and describing them to people and doing the tours when people come in to tell them the story of the Last Supper Museum. So that's mainly it. We have a general manager that takes care of the building and accounting and all those kinds of things.
How did you get involved with the Last Supper Museum, and how was it starting it up here in Douglas?
Well, what happened was I saw a very scary wax museum as a kid, and it had a really scary Last Supper in it. This was in 1972, and it's a scene of exasperation. So everyone's like, what did he say? What's happening? They're having their own conversations. They had a gift shop, and it had a little snow globe in it of the Last Supper, because you want to shake up the Last Supper and have it snow. And I started collecting them and seeing them around. And then in 7th grade, I just stopped accepting gifts from my family or friends unless it was the Last Supper. My family and friends were like, why don't you show your stuff to people? And I didn't know, like, what stuff, because I have a lot of odd things. So when we retired, we came down here and got a little ranchette, and we wanted to do something for the community. And all these old buildings are down here doing nothing, and there's no tourism. So let's do something for the community.
And what would you say is, like, biggest challenge you faced while trying to get this museum up and running?
Probably the biggest challenge would be people saying there's a crisis at the border, which there is a crisis. There's no good pizza. That's why we have to have this guy, our friend Enrique Franco, has a little pizza truck that was actually out here for the parade. That's been really the biggest challenge, is that where Douglas is economically, the perception people have of it, the inaction that the city has taken over years with these beautiful buildings, letting them go, not working on tourism. So kind of like just the mechanics of getting people to realize that Douglas is a beautiful place that's very safe, that has wonderful weather. We have another country attached to us where you don't need a passport.
With that, have you ever come across anyone who feels that you could be disrespectful towards the Last Supper painting or the religion about the painting?
About once a year, probably had like 3 people come in and go, Star Wars, I don't think so. But one thing we did out of sensitivity for the community was we brought in church leaders, deacon of the Catholic Church, the bishop of the LDS Church, Lutheran minister, Presbyterian minister, Methodist, and have them look at this stuff. And they were all coming in and kind of got a chuckle about quite a lot of it, and said if someone doesn't like something in here, they have a brittle spirit and they need to go to church, please send them to mine. Another one in the room went, or mine. We do have, because we have so many, we do have some that we consider to be offensive, but it's still just art. Mm-hmm. You know, being offended by art is kind of like your own choice to be offended by it. But I mean, there was one lady came in last year, it was the only complaint, and we have some Peruvian sculptures, and one of them is a Last Supper of cats, and the cat in the middle is a black cat. And this lady just went off about that. That's blasphemy, and a black cat represents evil, and oh my God. And I'm like, they're from Peru, they're having fun, you know what?
If someone was visiting out of town or even in town and they're coming here to the museum and they only have a couple minutes, what is one piece of art here that you would want, that you're like, you need to see this one?
One of the things I've got is a 6-foot by 2-foot log. It's so heavy, if you move it, it shakes the whole building, with the Last Supper carved into it, total mysteriously. You know, we call this a museum of art, history, and mystery, because many of these things, we don't know who made it, when they made it, why they made it, where they made it. So this log, look at that thing.
Yeah, I see it.
We don't know who made that. Person comes in and they're wearing a Star Wars shirt, I might just show them Star Wars, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Simpsons. You know, if it's an older couple that are talking to us about their feelings of being, you know, devout, we might want to show them something more traditional, like our mother of pearl Last Supper collection in itself. And a lot of people don't know what this is, so they're just walking by and they're like, Last Supper Museum, and they think it might be somber, or we're preaching, or, you know, pushing ideas, but they don't know it's just really about art and culture, because every culture is in here. Our Asian friends are in here, our Mexican friends, all Latino countries, black folks, you know, everybody, indigenous peoples, they're all represented in here. Men, women, children, plants, and inanimate objects.
Or how do you keep the museum engaging for both first-time people who are visiting and for people who come here regularly?
We have this fantastic restaurant next door. Everyone loves, old-timey place called The Grand. And there's people down here blowing their pensions. They go here like once a week. Some of them come in here and they ask, was this in here? Yes. Well, I don't remember it. Well, it was here. Because there's so much in here, it's almost like each one is a pixel making up one piece of art. Plus, we're always adding things and finding new things and going through an expansion. And then we have little events and different things. So we haven't even had every citizen of Douglas in here. I think we've only had one of our own city council people in here. We can't get our city council people in here.
Wow.
And we've been voted the #1 tourist attraction in Douglas 2 years in a row by the Herald Review newspaper. And, you know, we can't get all our council people in. Hi, council people. You know, what are they doing?
Where do you see the future for the Last Supper Museum? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, we want to just get big. Well, it's going to be a lot bigger. So in 5 years, I think that the museum will be bigger. There'll be more improvements on the street. There'll be more engagement with outside communities and more media, and just a better feel for Douglas and the people down here overall.
All right, that's all I have for you guys here on Douglas Now. My name is Alejandro Gutierrez, and this is Cool FM Live. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.